GMFB and hashtag GMFB with those. We had John Robinson on the show. Love talking to him. And now it's time for some Throwdown Thursday. Oh, that's a good job, Kyle and Nate. Let's do this thing. Okay, we want to start with Mark Ingram, who was on our show just yesterday, stud running back. And he hyped up his quarterback, as he is known to do. Big trust, woo-woo, Lamar Jackson. Take a look.
Listen, man, you're seeing the jump that Mahomes had from his second to third year, the improvement, the way he was comfortable with his team, the way he's comfortable in himself, being a leader, being a playmaker. So I see that same jump for Lamar, man. He's special. I ain't got to tell you guys, you know, he has all the tools, all the intangibles to be great, to be the MVP again.
All right, so Throwdown Thursday style. Oh, look.
That's a new gong.
We are back and up and at 'em. This is the first time Throwdown Thursday here, the way with this setup. Okay, so Ingram said he expects him to have a big jump in year 3. There's no reason he can't win MVP again. So, Schrags, who is your favorite for 2020 MVP? Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes? Sophie's choice, Schrags.
Yeah, those are two of my favorites. The last quarterback that I saw win a football game is the guy who plays for Kansas City. Lamar Jackson feels a little bit like Karl Malone in the 97 finals, if you're a Last Dance fan. Had the great regular season, made the run, and then came up just short to the legend. And that legend, in this case, was the Tennessee defense. But guess who really was the legend? It was Mahomes. Mahomes is the guy going into the season because they bring back everybody on offense, all of the coaching staff, and as much of a leap that Lamar can take, and I hope he does. Even with that giant leap, I don't think he's going to be the quarterback that Patrick Mahomes is in 2020. I'm going PM2, Patrick Mahomes. Come at me, gentlemen. Who do you guys say?
Peter, you have to be the first and hopefully the last person to compare Lamar Jackson to Karl Malone? You think Lamar's out there in LA Gear Catapult sneakers? Lamar's 23 years old, Peter. You're talking about Malone in the 98 finals. No. I think it's Lamar. I really do, and it's hard to repeat. It's hard to repeat. I don't think it's been done since Peyton back in the day. Here's the problem with Mahomes. Mahomes is great. Mahomes had that year a couple of years ago where he threw 600 touchdowns, and I don't think he's going to get there again. He put that bar up, and everyone expects him to hit it. I don't know if he's going to have the raw stats, especially with the Clyde Edwards-Helaire draft pick for the Chiefs. He's going to take touchdowns away, and those numbers really do get you the MVP. I think Lamar is way closer, Peter, to Sean Kemp or Kenny Skywalker or somebody with a little bit of Jordan, not Karl Malone. Oh, Karl Malone's back to the basket. Are you telling me Anthony Hollywood Brown or is it Jeff Hornacek? I mean, come on.
Listen, I agree with Peter, man. Listen, Lamar Jackson is a highlight reel. As soon as he touches the ball, he is one of the most exciting players in the game. But if Pat Mahomes doesn't have his knee on backwards last season, who's to say that he doesn't win the MVP? So, he set out a few games, came back, and then caught his rhythm. I was there in that AFC Championship game when he took off right before halftime, and in that one moment, I thought to myself, wow, I forgot that he could run just as good as any other QB in the business. And people love winners. He's coming off of a Super Bowl, so we're already partial to wanting to see him either fail or be successful. You know how it is when you're on top. You're either hated or you're loved. And if he goes out there, stays healthy, and puts up numbers, 40, 45, maybe 50 touchdowns, I don't see how you can't give him the MVP.
Ooh, well said. I found a crazy stat about Lamar Jackson. He led the league, as we know. He was the MVP with 36 touchdowns, right? He ranked 26th in pass attempts. I feel like that means there is so much more potential in the passing game, Peter Schrager. I don't know that Mahomes could get better, but I think that given even just that statistic, don't you think Lamar Jackson is still ascending? He did from year 1 to year 2, and we should see that from year 2 to year 3.
Absolutely, Kay. And I hope he does. I would love nothing more than to see Lamar and Mahomes be in a heated race for the MVP, and at NFL Honors, it coming down to wire, who's going to get it. I just have to side with Mahomes.
I hear you. He's still 23 years old. 23, Lamar Jackson. Okay. We can't help but see certain similarities between the style of play and personalities of one Rob Gronkowski and one George Kittle. We love them both pretty much equally on the show, which makes a perfect Throwdown Thursday. So whose stock are you buying more of in 2020? Is it Tom Brady and Gronkowski in Tampa Bay, or is it George Kittle and Jimmy Garoppolo in San Francisco, Nate?
I'm going with Jimmy G and George Kittle. I'm not going to disrespect the fact that they've been cooking for a couple of seasons. George Kittle was a beast last year and literally had his arm strapped to his body so it wouldn't fall off. So imagine him 100% healthy, and now these guys playing together with another season, catching a little bit more of a rhythm. As excited as I am about Tom and Tampa Bay, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if Gronk is going to stay healthy. Remember, the last time we saw him on the field, he was making big plays, but he had shrapnel flying off of his elbow pads because he was like put together like RoboCop because they wanted to protect him so much. I know what I'm going to get out of Kittle. I'm not sure what I'm going to get out of Gronk.
Well, you know, I look at Tom Brady right now, and he reminds me of a young Vince Carter on the Raptors. Just purely explosive, wild talent. And I think that would make Gronk like a young T-Mac also on the Raptors. That aside, I'm going to go with Garoppolo and Kittle as well. I read something from Gronk the other day where he says on his podcast, I think he's a couple protein shakes away from getting into game shape. Kittle is already there. Kittle's already younger. Kittle is the future. I believe in Shanahan. And as explosive as Tom Brady is at this age, I still am going to go with the Niners. Peter, what do you think?
I think Tom Brady's actually more of a Ronnie Cycli type. No, I think
it's the Greek god.
We look at Gronk and Brady and we expect it to be the 2012 version or even the 2016 version. Gronk did do media this week, and he looks a little bit more bulked up than he was last year when he was working on the Fox set. But I just don't know what I'm getting yet. And I know we're excited about the chemistry and the history and all the things that they can do together, especially with Sunshine and outside of the shadow of Belichick. But I think Garoppolo and Kittle are in their prime right now. They are clicking. They are ascending still. So it's just like a clean sweep, just like what Michael Jordan used to do to a lot of NBA teams. Let's tie it all back together. I'm going Garoppolo and Kittle. And I'm going those guys over the old heads, Gronk and Brady.
I love it. I am excited to see the combo of Gronk and O.J. Howard. I always get hammered for saying O.J. Howard is going to be this huge fantasy stud. So let's see if Gronk can sort of unlock the potential of the other tight end who was working out at that high school that morning. So today's commercial breaks, even when John Robinson was joining us, have consisted of us talking about how awful our bodies are and how none of us are working out and how bad it is. So if you guys want to feel bad about yourselves, you've come to the right place here. I'm going to show you another workout video. Here's one. It's Cam Newton. He's showing off the arm in this one specifically. I love it. But that brings us to the other one that we showcased this week, and that's Sean McVay's push-up challenge. I don't even, what did he do, like 104 minutes? I don't even know, but it was legit. That's a $1 Million Listing West Coast version, one of my favorite guilty pleasures. I think Shregs and I have that in common. Whose workout video would you want to watch on loop, Cam's or Rams, Peter?
The McVay one makes me cringe so hard. I really like Sean. Good guy. When you're with your celebrity real estate agent doing push-ups in front of a mansion and it's on YouTube and it's on the real estate agent's YouTube, I cringe. I would rather I want to see Sam Darnold with Luis from $1 Million Listing New York, or maybe Daniel Jones with Frederick Eklund, or maybe our guy Ryan Serhant doing push-ups with Jared Stidham. Bravo TV superstars and McVay. Give me Cam Newton. At least he's throwing a football. McVay, come on, bro.
I love me some Cam Newton. You know, I'll take a Cam Newton workout video any day of the week. But I'm going McVay on this one, Shregs. And listen, it's one thing to do a push-up video. It's one thing to do a push-up. But most guys, anybody that works out, you know you're trying to do a few of these. But McVay is going nose to ground, full extension. Like that right there is something that you have to check out the extension on that. Hey, KB, I know you feel me on that, bro. Full extension is tough to do.
Full extension is tough to do. A lot of the answer is Cam here. McVay, I love you. Cool push-ups, bro. I remember when I was in 7th grade, push-ups What are you, the presidential fitness badge? You're going to touch your toes and do the pegboard and climb the rope next? And Peter's right. You know, doing it with like a celebrity realtor. Typically, that type of video is followed with you going in the bathroom and taking a shirtless selfie in the mirror and then posting it on Instagram with the caption, "Workout mode engaged." Sean, you're better than that. You're more fit than that. In fact, I will challenge you right now on national television, Sean McVay, to a push-up competition. Me versus you, mano a mano. Let's keep it simple. How many push-ups can you do in 2 minutes? You are a master of the 2-minute drill. You can bring in any sort of fancy LA-based trainer you want. You can bring in Deuce Gruden to get you in shape. I'm in a crappy, leaky basement. I got kids' toys and Play It Again sports dumbbells, and I will be happy to do it. 2 minutes. Who can do more push-ups? Me versus you, and we will decide on a reward or a penalty. But Sean, if you're willing to accept, I will take you on right here on the show.